This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online guitar academy. I'm so delighted to have you joining me. In this quick answer episode, I'm going to answer the question, how do you play a D7 chord? As I get started though, before I show how to play it, give a little bit of the theory behind it. So a D7 chord is a dominant 7th chord. What that means is it's a major chord with a flatted 7th. This chord specifically has the pitches D, F sharp, A, and C. So if we were just playing a D chord, we would just have D, F sharp, A. So D major chord. Now we've added the flatted 7th to it. So the D7 chord comes from the D mixolydian mode. That's a natural mode that it could come from, a mode being a type of scale. So we need a major scale with a flatted 7th. That's what we're looking for. So the mixolydian mode has steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and flat 7. So we're taking step 1, which is also known as our root. And the chord symbol mentions the pitch, or states the pitch of the root. So those three all align. First step of the scale is known as the root. Starting pitch of the chord is known as the root. So step 1, it's the root. That's our D. F sharp comes from the third step. It is the third step of the D mixolydian scale. It's a major third interval above the root. So major third. Interval means the distance between two pitches. A is the 5th step of that scale, and it's a perfect 5th above the root, just like so. C is the flatted 7th. It's a minor 7th above that root. So the chord symbol for a dominant 7th chord is going to have the root and then the number 7 next to it, which tells us we're adding that flatted 7th. So D7, D is the root, and then the number 7 tells us it's a flatted 7th. Okay, I've mentioned this in other videos you might have seen, or this might be your first time, but you can take a chord, we don't always voice it as tight as we can, D, F sharp, A, C. I can technically play that on guitar. That's a huge stretch, and I'm barely grabbing it. So we don't normally play it that way. We can voice it in different ways, meaning we can put these in higher ranges. We can actually double things. We're going to stick it all over the root though. So looking at how it's played in first position, we're over here in the top right square. If you need help with reading tablature diagrams, you can check out my quick answer video on that. But up here, we've got the example for the D7 chord played in first position. Pretty easy. I think it's one of the easy ones to finger and an easy one to remember if you can just remember the triangle. So our index finger is going to go at the 1st fret of the 2nd string. Our middle finger is going to go at the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. And our ring finger is going to go at the 2nd fret of the top string. And then we're going to play the 4th string open, and we're not going to play the bottom 2 strings. So we got D7 there, just like so. This one is voiced root, 5, flatted 7th, 3rd. So we got root 5, flat 7, 3. When I play one note at a time, I'm arpeggiating the notes of the chord. It's an arpeggio. If I strum them all at once or pluck them, I'm getting that full voicing. So that's the most basic D7 chord that gets played, and we play that one in a lot of music. Here are 2 bar chord versions. Bar chord because we're going to use our index finger to play multiple notes. So with this first one, we're going to bar at the 10th fret with our index finger. So our index finger will push down at the 10th fret. It's going to play the notes on the 6th string, 4th string, 2nd string, and 1st string, all at the 10th fret. Our middle finger is going to play at the 11th fret on the 3rd string, and our ring finger is going to play at the 12th fret on the 5th string. So, looks just like so. With this one, the voicing is going root, 5, flat 7, 3, 5, root. So that's how that one's voiced. Classic bar chord. If you're familiar with how to play E7, all we're doing is moving that shape up and putting a bar in front of it at the 10th fret. Another bar chord option is at the 5th fret. We're going to bar at the 5th fret. With this one, we don't play the 6th string, so I put my bar on the top 5 strings and then just sit it up against the 6th string, so if I were to strum it, it will ring, it'll just be a muted sound. Then we've got our bar there at the 5th fret. It's playing strings 5, 3, and 1. So we're getting those pitches played by our index finger. Our ring finger is going to go at the 7th fret on the 4th string, and our pinky is going to go at the 7th fret on the 2nd string. We get a D7 that way. Now with this D7, it looks just like A7, if you know how to play A7, with a bar in front of it. So that's sort of a way to remember the bar chords, is that they do correlate with shapes that we play down in first position or open position, meaning we're using open strings. We're down in those first few frets of the guitar. This voicing goes root, 5, flat 7, 3, 5. So that's D7 barred at the 5th fret. I have one other option that sometimes gets played. I use this one sometimes. This one is actually like a C7 chord if you know how to play a C7 chord. We're just 2 frets higher. But I'll walk us through it. So we're putting, this is the 3rd fret, so we got 4th and 5th fret. So our index finger is going to go at the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Our middle finger is going to go at the 4th fret on the 4th string. Our ring finger is going to go at the 5th fret on the 5th string. Our pinky is going to go at the 5th fret on the 3rd string. And we're going to not play, or we could say we're going to mute the outside 2 strings. I can use my thumb or my ring finger. I can just not strum that low 6th string. I can let my index finger collapse over and mute that top string. Or I can just not play that one either, but I usually mute it a little bit. With this voicing, we go root, 3, flat 7, root. So we're actually not playing the 5th in this particular one. The 5th has been omitted, and that's just because for this particular voicing, to play the 5th, we can't also play the flatted 7th. They would have to be on the same string. So we've omitted the 5th to throw in the flatted 7th. Occasionally that happens. The 5th, we sort of sense it anyway because of the overtone series. So there's another way to play D7 if you want to play it that way. Okay, I hope that helps. I hope you're having a great time doing whatever you're doing with music, with the guitar. Hope to see you again. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.